Hey guys, so a number of years ago, I did Jordan Peterson's personality typing test called understandmyself.com. And you can check that out if it's still around. I don't even know if they're still doing it, but I was bringing it up. I'll get to the point why I'm bringing this up later, but I wanted to show you what I got. Basically, in this thing that goes through the big 5 personality types, and it gives you like your score of like how you stand compared to other people to help you understand yourself. And so for me, on the big 5 aspect scale, you've got agreeableness, conscientiousness, extroversion, neuroticism, and openness. And each one of them's kind of got like their own sub-traits. Oh, there, you can see them here. And so for agreeableness, I was very low. I was in actually the 6th percentile. So I'm a very disagreeable person. For compassion, that was 25th percentile. Politeness, though, that was my most outstanding one, where I was 2nd in politeness, meaning I am less polite than 97% of other people. And if you just want to see the other ones, I got 72nd in conscientiousness, industriousness 77th, orderliness 60th percentile, extroversion high 86th, enthusiasm 53rd, what is this one? Assertiveness, 95th percentile, neuroticism, 6th, and then withdrawal, very low, 6th, volatility, very low, and then openness in the 95th. So it's like, intellect at 86, in case you wanted to see all that. But anyway, the ones that I thought were interesting were like the assertiveness, the aggressiveness, and like the politeness and agreeableness kind of stuff. And it got me thinking, like, I feel like many people, they have a certain vibe that they can use to get power from. And for me, like, ever since I was a little kid, like what I wanted to do was be the superhero who beat bad guys up. That's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to like get into fights for a living. And as I got older, I realized, well, I didn't really want to get into physical altercations nonstop. And I didn't want to just, nonstop argue with people, even though I did want that for a period. There was a period where I was rather insufferable to be around because I just wanted to pick verbal fights with people all the time. And then when I was younger than that, I just wanted to pick physical fights with people all the time. So I kind of got through that. And then I got to the point where it's like, what I really want to do is like find some evil to fight. And this is why I like this idea of anti-escapism. I could have, like, my first stab at doing it was the idea of protagonism, which is like pro-agonism, meaning pro being the moving agent of your life, which is just the flip side of saying being anti-escapist. And I still like that word protagonism a lot. But for me, I found like I get more energy out of being anti-something, out of being against something. And I think there are other people out there like me, right? Like for me, like if I was going to put a soundtrack to what I want to be there when I get serious, is like I want the Doom soundtrack, from the Doom video games. Like I want to have that rip and tear going because I want to be, kicking ass. Like that's what lights me up. For other people, like that sounds like silly or cringe or just like doesn't vibe with them at all. They want to have like the Star Wars theme song or the Rocky theme song, and they want to be that shiny hero of light who is being kind to people and helping old ladies cross the street and that sort of thing. It's like me, I want to be like in the the dirt, rolling around like fighting some kind of big bad thing, and that's what gets me going. And I think that this is something that's important for every guy to understand. It's like, which side of the equation do you get most power from? I'm sure there's guys who are more in the middle. It's like, I can get, pumped up and go, intense and angry if I need to. But other than that, I also like to operate on the light side. I like to be for something and that kind of thing. And even for me, someone who's so disagreeable, it's like I still really care about people around me, like with my clients. Like I like seeing them succeed. I love it. I take a lot of pride and happiness in when they reach a state of healthiness and triumph and that sort of thing. But I really get pumped when they crush something bad, when they eliminate some lie from their mind, when they bring me some juicy problem that I get to like sink my teeth into, okay? And that's just the way I'm wired. And you might not be wired this way. Maybe you're wired more toward the other side where it's like, I just made a new friend. Yes, I made a new ally. Yes, I helped something heal and grow. Yes. Okay, like that's what, I think is the other side of this. Like me, I want to be, hunting down something in the dark and, finally pinning it down and ending it, right? And that's what I try and I've taken to the intellectual sphere. It's like, I take really big problems and I like to just wrestle with them for a really long time till I really understand them. That's where all my content comes from, like, at least my deeper stuff. And so my question for you guys is like, which category do you fall into? Are you more of someone who derives power from being an anti-something, or do you derive more power from being pro-something, like being part of a group, being, for the creation of something? It's like, are you someone who is more excited about getting into heaven, or are you more excited about like defeating the demons and, having them lose? And maybe there's maybe my approach here is wrong. Maybe it's it's less enlightened. I don't know. And we'll see how things evolve over time. But I think it's an interesting conversation. You want to think about it. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Which side are you on? Now, regardless of whether you are a cantankerous son of a gun like myself, or you are a more light, friendly, people's champ kind of person, you should sign up for the Self-Mastery Club, because all of us, regardless of what turns us on, we need a team and we need resources and we need an environment that will allow us to flourish in our own specific skills, in our own specific journey. And guess what, everybody, today, there's too much shit that's weighing on our minds that's pulling us into paths of escapism, of addiction, of just general bullshit. And we need to break out of that. If we want to be our best selves, we need to master ourselves, okay? And it's not easy today. The addictions, the porn, the junk food, the news, like literally everything is designed to distract us from living out our mission. And so you need to have someone in your corner who's helping you live it. And that's why I made the Self-Mastery Club. So if you want my help in order to becoming the best version of yourself, then make sure you check the link and you watch my Manhood Mastery training, which will teach you some of the best things that I know. And it'll also tell you a lot more about the Self-Mastery Club and help you figure out if it is right for you. All right. Yeah. See you on the next one.